Hello students, hope you all doing well. I Dinesh Rawat, welcome you all. Uh, so I would be taking a subject that is international business, and the topic for today is entities in international business. So what are the different entities which plays an important role in international business? So let's start. These are the references from where the PPT content has been made. So the topic is entities involved in international business, or you can also say, but the changing scenario of international business. Earlier what type of organization were there, and slowly, these organizations shifted to some, few modification were done, and then different type of organization were made. So these we also call them entities. So as you can see, the if we talk about the entities which are involved in international business, so there are many large multinational firms. So MNCs you would see. So many MNCs are there, and then you also have small one-person company, which act as an importer or exporter. So the entities involved in international business range from, it could be very large multinational firm, or it could be a small domestic firm, acting as an importer and exporter. So first we would start with, first entity would be international company. सो इंटरनेशनल कंपनी की अगर हम बात करें, सो जनरली जैसे हमारे पास डोमेस्टिक कंपनीज जो होती हैं, so domestic companies, when they grow beyond their production, so when they, the domestic company think of internationalizing their operation, so then they become international company. So generally जो अप्रोच ये फॉलो करती है इंटरनेशनल कंपनी, वो करती है एथनोसेंट्रिक अप्रोच. हमने लास्ट लेक्चर में डिस्कस करा था डिफरेंट अप्रोचेस ऑफ इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस, जिसमें EPRG, एथनोसेंट्रिक, पॉलीसेंट्रिक, देन यू हैव रीजनल सेंट्रिक, देन यू हैव जियोसेंट्रिक. सो इंटरनेशनल कंपनी ये होती है जो डोमेस्टिक कंपनी, when a domestic company goes beyond their production, and they think of internationalizing their operation, then they become international company. And the approach which they follow is ethnocentric. एथनोसेंट्रिक इज डोमेस्टिक कंट्री ओरिएंटेड तो होते हैं, लेकिन अगर कोई एक्सेस प्रोडक्शन होता है, सो उसमें दे स्टार्ट एक्सपोर्टिंग द सेम प्रोडक्ट, they start exporting to some other country. So as you can see, some of the domestic companies which grow beyond their production, domestic marketing capacity, and think of internationalizing their operation. These companies remain ethnocentric, that is domestic country oriented होते हैं. These companies believe that practices adopted in domestic business, the people, the products of domestic business are superior to those of other country, so they give priority to the domestic market. The focus of these companies is domestic but extends the wings to a foreign countries. So yes, the focus is domestic. These companies select the strategy of locating a branch in the foreign market and extend same domestic operation into foreign market. So that is very important. The focus is domestic, but they extend their wings to the foreign countries and same domestic operation into foreign markets. Or you can also say that the international company holds the marketing mix constantly and extend the operation to new countries. So the marketing mix which these companies are using in domestic market, they generally the marketing mix remains the same. That is, it remains constant. Next company is multinational company, MNCs. अब international company अगर they, instead of just exporting, they also start setting up their companies in the other country. So then they become multinational company. So जैसे for example, sooner or later the international companies learn that the extension strategy, extending the domestic product price promotion to foreign country will not work. The best example, Toyota exported Toyo Pet cars produced for Japan in Japan to the US. So Toyota ने अपनी जो Toyo Pet cars थी, they started exporting those cars to US. So what they observed, Toyo Pet was not successful in the US. Toyota could not sell these cars in the US as they were overpriced, underpowered, and built like tanks. Thus, these cars were not suitable for US market. The unsold cars were shipped back to Japan. So this is one of the example of you cannot export the same product which you are giving to your domestic market to some other country. There are differences, there are different environment, their culture is different, so you need to focus, you need to also take into consideration the environment of that foreign country. So the international companies turn into multinational companies when they start responding to the specific needs of the different country markets. So then they become multinational company. So the stage of multinational company is also referred to as multi-domestic भी हम इसको कहते हैं. So multi-domestic company formulates different strategy for different market. So अगर Indian company है, so it any Indian company would be called MNC in different country when they give priority and they use different strategies for different market. So इसका जो ओरिएंटेशन हो जाता है वो एथनोसेंट्रिक से बन जाता है पॉलीसेंट्रिक. So polycentric approach हमने discuss करी थी. You can see the previous video, then you will get an idea about polycentric approach. So under polycentric orientation, the offices, branches, subsidiaries of multinational company work like domestic in each country. So they have their subsidiary company and they work like a domestic company in that country. So multinational company is a corporation enterprise that manages production and delivers services in more than one country, correct? They play an important role in the globalization process. Yes. Multinational companies have investment in other countries. MNC जब तक इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करते हैं वो दे अगर इंटरनेशनल कंपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करती है बट मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी दे स्टार्ट इन्वेस्टिंग इन अदर कंट्रीज. एक इसमें डिफरेंस ये है कि बट डू नॉट हैव कोऑर्डिनेटेड प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफरिंग. सो जनरली क्या रहता है कि जो प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं दे आर they give preference but they do not have coordinated products offering. मतलब generally you can say the product is not too much different and they do not have coordinated. एक single product coordination नहीं होता है. Then we come to global company. Global company में difference हम MNC से बात करें, so you can see this same coordinated या brand in all markets. So that is the difference. So majorly this is similar to MNC, but in global company same coordinated brand or image in all markets. But when we talk about multinational company, they do not have coordinated products offering. So you cannot have same image in all the countries where you are exporting. But when we talk about global company, they have same brand and image. So generally these Coca-Cola and they have same brand, or you can say same product in all the markets. So that is called a global company. So MNC में अगर हम देखें example, you can see Toyota. So they give preference to the market where they are exporting and they do modification to their product. So मैकडोनल्ड अगर है तो मैकडोनल्ड में जो हम यहाँ पर टाइप ऑफ बर्गर्स हमारे पास होते हैं that are completely different from the type of burger you would get in some other country. So there are modifications. So they do not have coordinated product offering. But if you talk about global company, they have same brand image in all the markets. So global company is one which has neither global marketing strategy either and a global strategy. So there is one strategy which they are following in every country. Global company either produces in home country or in a single country or focuses on marketing these products globally. So whatever product they are producing, they market it globally. जैसे example हार्ले का बाइक्स आपको आता है. So they produce their bike in US and they export it to entire world. Similarly, Dr. Reddy's Lab, इनके डिजाइंस एंड जो इनके ड्रग्स होते हैं that is, so they are exported to entire world. So thus Harley and Dr. Reddy's Lab are example of global marketing focus. Next is very much similar to global company is you would also come across this term transnational company. So transnational company they are, you can see transnational company and MNC are often used interchangeably. So बहुत बार MNCs हो गई आपकी या फिर ट्रांसनेशनल कंपनी, जनरली दे आर यूज फॉर सेम टाइप ऑफ कंपनी. बट अगर जैसे ग्लोबल से थोड़ा सा यू कैन सी थोड़ा सा और ऊपर हम चले जाते हैं. सो दे प्रोड्यूसेस मार्केट्स, इन्वेस्ट, ऑपरेट्स अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. It is an integrated global enterprise that links global resources with global markets and profit. There is no pure transnational corporation. However, most of the transnational companies satisfy many characteristics of global corporation. So whatever features a global company has, same features has a transnational company. So these are the same example, Coca-Cola and PepsiCo, they are also called transnational company. So they give decision making, R&D, marketing powers to each individual foreign market. So जहाँ पर भी इनकी सब्सिडरी है वहाँ पर जो भी अथॉरिटीज होती हैं जो भी उस सब्सिडरी में, so they give the decision making power, the R&D, the marketing power to each individual foreign market. An example of TNC is Nestle, who employs senior executives from many countries and try to make decisions from a global perspective rather than from one centralized headquarter. So, individual जहां पर भी subsidiaries होंगी वहां पर they can have their own decision making. So इसमें जो orientation रहता है that is geocentric. The orientation is geocentric. So geocentric में जैसे the you can इसमें क्या रहता है कि the entire world is your market, and the product which you are producing, you export that product, the same product, to everywhere. So a transnational company is geocentric in its orientation. This company thinks globally and act locally. This company adopts global strategy but allows value addition to the customer of a domestic country. So yes, there can be a value addition to the customer of a domestic country. So if there is slight different environment, then there can be a value addition to the product which they are offering. So the assets of transnational company are distributed throughout the world, independent and specialized. The R&D facilities of a transnational company are spread in many countries, but specialize in each country based on the local needs. And that is very important. R&D हर जगह होती है, but specialization भी होती है कहीं कहीं, depend on the environment and local needs of that particular country. So you have 4 types of organization when you talk about entities in international business. So first was your international company जो ethnocentric approach follow करती है and same product को वो export करती है different countries को. Second was MNC. MNC में international company जो होती है when they start इन्वेस्टिंग इन अदर कंट्री, जब वो दूसरी कंट्रीज में इन्वेस्ट करने लग जाती हैं, सब्सिडरीज कंपनीज फॉलो करती हैं वहां पर वो, तो बिल्ड सब्सिडरीज कंपनीज वहां पर स्टार्ट हो जाती हैं एंड देन दे गिव प्रेफरेंस टू द स्पेसिफिक नीड्स ऑफ दैट कंट्री जहां पर वो एक्सपोर्ट कर रही हैं. सो उसे हम कहते हैं एमएनसी, मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी. एंड इनकी जो अप्रोच रहती है दैट इज पॉलीसेंट्रिक. इंटरनेशनल की एथनोसेंट्रिक है और मल्टीनेशनल की पॉलीसेंट्रिक. और डिफरेंट पॉलिसीज होती हैं इनकी एंड स्ट्रेटजीज विच इज सूटेबल टू द कंट्री जहां पर ये एक्सपोर्ट कर रही हैं. फिर हमारे पास आती है ग्लोबल कंपनी. ग्लोबल कंपनी इज एक सिंगल प्रोडक्ट ये फॉर्म करती है एंड ग्लोबली उस प्रोडक्ट को ये मार्केट करती है. सो ग्लोबल कंपनी हम इसे कहते हैं. एंड देन हमारे पास आती है ट्रांसनेशनल कंपनी. सेम फीचर्स होते हैं ग्लोबल कंपनी के जो फीचर्स हैं, बट decision making, R&D and marketing powers to each individual foreign market. So decision making power ये देते हैं हर subsidiary company को, and same features as of global company. But एक distinction यहाँ पर है कि specialize in each country based on local needs and integrated in world R&D project. So if there is different environment जिस कंट्री में एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, सो दे गिव फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. तो उस प्रोडक्ट को दे कैन स्पेशलाइज्ड एज पर द डिमांड ऑफ द कंट्री. सो दैट इज ऑल फॉर टुडे. थैंक यू सो मच.